So what's amazing about this formula is that it repairs your DNA cells.
Your DNA is not a cell. Your DNA is not a cell. Paris Hilton's nighttime skincare routine. This is either going to be amazingly insightful or a complete dumpster fire. For those who don't know or are new here, my name is Cassandra Bankson. I've been an expert in the skincare industry for over 10 years, and I've personally suffered with acne for over 15. I'm a medical esthetician, and I've worked alongside and with doctors and dermatologists. However, I am not myself a dermatologist or a physician. That being said, I love analyzing, scrutinizing, and learning from other people's skincare routines, and today we are going to dive into Paris Hilton's. So let's get started.
It's time to go to bed with me. That's hot. So this is my skincare routine, and it's between 10 to 12 steps. I've been taking care of my skin and obsessed with skincare ever since I was 7 years old. My mom taught me everything I know. So after I put my hair back, I use my cleanser, which is the Paris Hilton Pro DNA Dual Action Cleansing Gel. This is my favorite cleanser.
Am I the only person on the face of the earth that did not know she had a skincare line? Let's dive into her gel cleanser.
I love the consistency, and it has glitter in it. Well, not glitter, it's actually diamond dust and caviar.
No, it does not. Let's look at the ingredients of this. I bet you anything it's some sort of a mineral that makes the skin look sparkly. Does not have diamond dust. This is why I always tell you to turn and learn your ingredients. Companies are trying to sell you things. They can put anything they want on the front. The true story of what's in this skincare is on the back. So turn and learn to find out what's actually in there and if it's worth your money. The price actually isn't horrible, 29 bucks. Ingredients list: water, cocamidopropyl betaine, sodium lauryl sarcosonate, sodium cocoa apple amino acids. So these are surfactants. These are ingredients that give the product formula its texture and feel. We have bromelain and we also have papain, and these are from pineapples and papayas. They're mildly exfoliating enzymes. So there's actually some really good ingredients in here. There's also aloe barbatus leaf juice, aloe vera, camellia sinensis, which is white tea or green tea, which has some great antioxidants. But if we look down a little bit further, that's where we're finding our diamond dust. There are two ingredients here. The first one is mica, and the second one is your tin oxide. And those are minerals. Those are shiny little substances. Basically think of them as crushed up rocks. And they are very sparkly. They're in your highlighters, they're in your eyeshadows, and when you put them on the skin, they can make you look diamondy, but there's really no cosmetic purpose for this within the skincare. So it's all marketing. But hey, for $30 and seeing everything else that's in here, if perfume and fragrance doesn't bother you, this could be a decent cleanser. I'm actually kind of impressed. Continue.
It's always good to massage the product into your skin. Always feels great after a long day of shooting just to get all your makeup off. And this cleanser just works so well. You don't even have to use that much.
She's still wearing eyelashes though.
So I was like using
are they extensions? I don't know.
and wiping everything off. And then I take my little cotton swabs and just make sure I get all of the makeup off. So my next step is my eye cream.
There are a lot of people who use their eye cream last, but what she's actually doing makes a lot of sense. When you think about it, if you continue with your skincare routine and use a toner, a serum, and a moisturizer, your moisturizer is meant to kind of lock everything in. It's usually an occlusive product. If you try to put an eye cream over that, it's not going to penetrate if you got moisturizer in this area. So by doing her eye cream first, if it's not full of crap, because most eye creams are crap, it might actually have the chance to penetrate, and then you can lock that in with your serum and your moisturizer over top. So this is her Lift and Firm eye cream, okay?
I love this eye cream because it immediately depuffs. I always rub it just around my eyes. It's good just to get around your whole eye area, going in this motion. And what I love about this is I wanted to develop something that was basically just makes it look like a Photoshop look. So anytime you're going out at night or going to bed at night, it gives you that vibe.
Let's check if the eye cream is any good. She mentions this photoshopped look. I wonder if there's more mica or something in here. Ooh, this one's expensive too, 80 bucks. Let's look into it. Water, glycerin, shea butter, dimethicone. Oh my god. Okay, so they are claiming again that this eye cream has a diamond powder. This is where we check the ingredients because I don't believe this. Turn and learn, kids. So the full ingredients list says that we have water, glycerin, shea butter, which is great, dimethicone, isonyl isonate, Polymethylsilsesquioxane. This is our diamond powder, and it is not diamond powder. This is a unique ingredient that is sold as diamond powder, but if you actually look at it, it's basically aerogel. Aerogel is really cool. It's one of the most lightweight substances on Earth. It's being used by NASA. You can use it to waterproof yourself. It is heat resistant, so if you wrap some around your fingers and shoot an open flame at it, it will not burn you. This is our diamond powder, but it is not diamond powder. If we look at this ingredient and actually look at some of the manufacturers who produce it, they call it this diamond powder, which is really just this polymethylsilsesquioxane. Try saying that 5 times fast. If you look at it on Special Chem, which is a manufacturer that supplies raw ingredients, diamond powder is a crystallized modification of carbon. By that extension, you could say that graphite in your pencils is the same as diamond. Doesn't work that way. Graphite and diamond have the same chemical ingredients, but you know from experience that what's in your pencils and actual diamonds are very different. Not only is the price extremely different, but if you've ever broken a pencil, you know how easy it is to break graphite, whereas diamond is very, very strong, and it doesn't break and it doesn't turn into a powder very easily. Diamonds on your rings and graphites in your pencil are both made of carbon, but they're arranged differently. Diamond is extremely strong because of its tetrahedral shape. It's got 4 carbon bonds, and graphite only has 3 carbon bonds, and it's actually more flat and layered on itself. So by this extension, you could say that you're writing with a diamond pencil, if that's how you want to play this. And if you want to learn more about this really cool ingredient, I would highly recommend you watch a YouTube video on it from Veritasium. He used this stuff to waterproof himself and tried to see how things melted. If you want the science of it, it is fascinating. I'll leave a link down below for you to look into it. But again, this just goes to say, don't believe everything that's on the key ingredients list or on the front of the package. Always turn and learn. Because when we turn it around and we look at everything else in this eye cream, there are so many freaking ingredients. There are some good peptides, there are some good plant extracts, but this does not merit $80. And seeing as the main ingredients are glycerin and shea butter, those are better moisturizers. You're paying for an overpriced moisturizer. Don't waste your money on this. Also, like she said, it gives you a Photoshop effect, so it makes your under eyes look glittery. But what happens when you wash it off? So does all of that diamond dust. So are your eyes actually staying glittery? No. Is it doing anything permanent? No. You're paying $70 for a highlighter that you can wear to sleep. That's all.
And then I have this, which is by Foreo, and it really just gets the product in. So it's good to always do this for lymphatic drainage, and then you pull it down the side of your face and down your neck.
Foreo is really great. She is using this device properly. Lymphatic drainage is amazing, and I'm actually, I guess I didn't have such high expectations for her knowledge of skincare or massage technique.
So I do this every morning and every night before bed, and it just really gets the product in as much as possible. My next step is Dr. Barbara Sturm anti-pollution drops. I love these. Barbara is one of my friends, so I only use my skincare line, but her skincare line is amazing as well, so I love using this. And the pollution drops are great, especially in Los Angeles with all the pollution. It's important to make sure that your skin stays perfect and pollution-free.
This anti-pollution serum, I know it is good, but it's $140, and I don't think it's worth the total $140. When we look at the ingredients, it's a lactobacillus ferment, so it's a dead bacteria, which can smooth over the skin. It's got some sodium hyaluronate, which is the same as hyaluronic acid, and it does have some fruit extracts. So this serum is very, very smoothing to the skin. It is a nice one, but again, if you're looking for an anti-pollution product, I would recommend something that has more antioxidants, and instead of using it at night, I would use it during the day. The way she's using this one is totally fine. She obviously has some really good skincare advisors in her life, and she must have some really good chemists, because it's interesting to see the enzymes and the plant actives that are actually in her skincare products, which I'm surprised by. I guess I didn't give her enough credit, which I should apologize for. But Dr. Barbara Sturm has some amazing products. This one I think is a little bit overpriced, but if it works for her, her skin obviously looks amazing, and Dr. Barbara has obviously given her some really great advice so far.
My next step is Oxygen Serum by Nice Skin Beverly Hills. It was actually made by my facialist, Angela Nice, who I've been going to for the past 15 years. I really owe it to her just for doing oxygen facials and red light therapy and, you know, being able to be natural. because I think that's really important.
She obviously has some really good access to skincare treatments and procedures, which maybe is why she looks so amazing. But awesome to hear about this Nice Skin Beverly Hills. I will have to look into them. I'm not familiar.
As a little girl from like 7 to being a teenager before I saw Facialist, all I really knew about were eye creams and serums and neck creams and face creams and everything like that. But then after seeing my Facialist, I became like this scientist. I learned even more about red lights and microcurrent technology, and I bought this whole NeuroTrist system, which is amazing with wands and just basically has electric currents that build collagen and keep your skin just looking lit.
First off, that's awesome. Is she a scientist? Is that a stretch? What do you think? I never thought of Paris Hilton as a scientist, but again, when I look at the actives in some of her skincare products, my expectations have been exceeded. She did mention oxygen facials. Those are kind of hit and miss. The thing about oxygen, especially when we breathe it in, is that it actually causes aging. Yes, breathing is aging you, but at the same time, if you stop breathing, you die a lot quicker than if you breathe oxygen, so please continue. But the reason why is because there are things that destroy our skin called free radicals, ROS, reactive oxygen species, and just like in the name, those are little pieces of oxygen. Yes, we need them to live, but they can also simultaneously degrade our skin and our body. So some of these oxygen facials, or if you go to Las Vegas and you pay for one of these oxygen bars where you inhale the pure oxygen, we don't actually know if it's as beneficial as people are claiming it to be, because again, if those are ROS, reactive oxygen species, you're just doing damage. And that's why we use antioxidants, is to get rid of the ROS. So it just goes to show that depending on how the treatment is done and what exactly is happening with the chemistry and biochemistry of your skin could be great, or you could be wasting your money to make yourself look older. So I hope that whoever her skincare advisors are actually know the science behind it and are doing it right, instead of just selling and marketing things. But we shall continue.
This is actually my secret weapon. It's the ProDNA Advanced Recovery Serum. I worked with scientists to create this product, and it's from microalgae from the sea. And I love the packaging because it keeps it, again, airtight. And this is literally like the fountain of youth.
This serum, it's 115 bucks. Again, let's read the ingredients. We have water, glycerin, pentaene glycol, polysorbate 20. Here we do have plankton extract, and I actually like to see this so high up on the list. This is amazing. We also have that sodium hyaluronate, which is hyaluronic acid. If the environment that you're in allows for proper use, then it can be very, very hydrating, which is great. The plankton extract I think is amazing. I wish more skincare formulators would use algae and plankton. A lot of people think it will break them out. That is a myth. That is a lie. There are medical and scientific studies showing that it's actually amazing for skin, amazing to fight against that reactive oxygen species, and also amazing for acne. So this serum actually looks pretty good. We have urea, which is great. We have tripeptide 5, that's also really interesting. I don't know if it's worth $115, but this is probably my favorite product that she's mentioned so far. I am sorry for having such negative expectations going in. I am sorely impressed.
So what's amazing about this formula is that it repairs your DNA cells.
Your DNA is not a cell. Your DNA is not a cell.
And it also illuminates your skin, makes it youthful, tightens it, and basically just makes your skin glow.
I'm sure it makes your skin glow, but DNA is not a cell. Please, oh my God. DNA is located inside of the cell, and it's the blueprint that allows your cells to make more cells, but it is not a cell. Am I being an asshole or am I being helpful? I'm sorry.
The next step is another product by Angela Nice. It is the Firming Neck Cream, which I love using with my cream as well. So I put this one on first. It's all over the neck. It's important to actually go behind your neck as well, which is a tip that I learned just from having facials and being on set all the time. So it's important to not only take care of your face, your neck, and your chest.
I think that wrinkles show that we've laughed, we've loved, and we've learned, but for those who are concerned about aging, the places that it normally appears first are the hands and the neck. And that's because we don't always take our sunscreens and our products down these areas. So she's totally right. Again, I don't know the Facialist she's talking about, and I don't know that skincare line, but they seem really good. So I have something else to add to my to-do list.
After the neck cream, I use my Paris Hilton Face and Décolletage Cream. And what I love about this as well is that it is airtight sealed, so it keeps the product and all the ingredients in there And you put that on top of the neck cream, chest, neck, and all over the face. I love this moisturizer, just the scent of it is amazing. It's really moisturizing, it's quick absorbing. Basically, it just feels very clean and fresh.
Most neck creams are crap. Similar to eye cream, there's a lot of marketing behind them. There are a few select ingredients that may help, but again, turn and learn your ingredients to see if the right ones are in there. When I look at this, I'm not impressed. It's $75. It seems like a lot of marketing and advertising. There are some interesting things such as rice bran oil and again, this plankton extract, but there's really nothing that's going to tighten and firm the neck. You're basically rubbing apple and aloe vera as a moisturizer. So good as a moisturizer, not good as a $75 neck cream, but a lot of good marketing. Or her business team, really genius. They know what's up.
So my next step is this mask.
This is like cyborg skincare 2.0. I have seen this before. I have not purchased it because I think it's like $400 or $500 at Nordstrom, but I was really interested in this when it came out about 2 years ago. And there is a lot of science behind LED light therapy. It's used in dermatology offices, it's used in med spa clinics, and there is science behind it if it works properly. I get afraid with consumer facing products because the professional panels are like $5,000 to $10,000. And it's not just the light that helps your skin, it's a very specific wavelength. And when we look at the electromagnetic spectrum, the amount of light that we see is actually a very, very small portion. There's so many things that our eyes can't pick up on, such as UVA and UVB rays, or even things like microwaves or radio waves. When we get into the science of how these LED products work, they have a very specific wavelength that when it comes into contact with the skin, it can vibrate it in such a way that can produce results. And there is science behind this. There is red LED, there's blue LED, green LED, clear LED, and it does work if you have the specific wavelength. The thing is that it's very hard to get that specific wavelength, and there's really no good way to test wavelengths for consumers at home. Is it actually delivering the correct wavelength that science has proven to be helpful, or are you just paying a lot of money to put a cool looking robo flashlight on your skin? This is one of the things that I have been interested in. I just haven't spent the money and bitten the bullet because I have access to the professional panels, but definitely something I need to look into. And I mean, her skin is flawless, so she's obviously doing something right.
I love this because I use it every night before bed. I love red light therapy. It really works. It helps build your collagen, and it's amazing, this product. I just got it when I was at Harrods in London, and I've been using it every night since. And then I have this big boy, which...
This is exactly what I'm talking about. She has access to these big panels, and yes, they get even bigger, but this is probably what's delivering some of the amazing results because it has the strength and it has the correct wavelength. All very interesting things, and if you want a comparison on professional versus at-home products and which holds up, I'll see if I can get out some scientific devices and do some testing because that would be kind of fun. But look at the difference between this and the little at-home things. Again, not saying that the DDG one doesn't work, just saying that I want to test it before I'm gonna plow my money into it. I like quality, but I like cheap prices.
Obviously I can't travel with. So when I was talking about how I'm a scientist and I have all these different gadgets, this is an amazing one. You're usually supposed to wear little eye covers because it's such a strong light. But this light is like the real one. I love having this as part of my skincare routine because it really just makes all the products go into your skin. I've had this for 4 years now and I love it.
She's right. What she has is professional grade and it is amazing. When she says she's a scientist, I love that she's interested in the science behind skincare, and I would encourage her to learn more and dig deeper. But I would say that before you call your scientist, know the difference between DNA and a cell. Also, side note, Lightstim is the one that she's using. They're a really good brand. I found out about them maybe 6 years ago when I spoke at Cosmoprof, which is a huge cosmetics trade show, and they have some really impressive technology. Those panels do get a lot bigger and a lot more expensive, but I have no doubt that she's right. It's working for her.
This is another step that I use when I feel like my lips need moisturizing, and it's called To Go Spa Coconut Lips, aka the Kisser Fixer. This you're supposed to use for like 15 to 20 minutes. So I usually could wear that even under the mask. So just depending on, I have ones for your eyes and for the neck and for the face. So sometimes I'll put on the full face mask, but today the lip one is something that I need. While I was developing my skincare line, I had to do a lot of research. So I basically learned everything there is to know about skincare. So I've adopted some really amazing habits of always using serums, always using eye cream. It's so important to always keep your skin hydrated. And if I was stuck on a deserted island, these are the two products that I could not live without. So the next step is my unicorn mist, which is rose water. I love my unicorn mist because it not only hydrates my skin, but it immediately uplifts my mood and just makes me feel happy, and just the scent.
Rose water is amazing, depending on whether or not it hydrates, depending on what else is in that product, because in order for something to hydrate, it has to get into the skin. So again, it's something that I should look into, but at the end of the day, if something smells nice, and if it makes you feel either pretty or empowered by wearing it, do it. Enjoy.
Just the scent is so beautiful. It's the most beautiful rose water I've ever smelled, and I use it all day long. It's perfect for Coachella, Burning Man,
I was not
music
expecting
festivals.
that.
I always take it and then I'll just walk through the crowd and start spraying people. Or at Burning Man, I actually bring like a couple hundred bottles and I'll pass them out to people as playa gifts. And people always love this. And then during Burning Man, people will start coming up to me and saying, I need that unicorn mist, where is that spray? And then I always run out because the whole playa wants it.
She is a party girl, so I guess I should have seen this coming. I wouldn't spray people without permission. I don't know, I just feel like that bursts a personal bubble.
So this year, I think I need to bring 500 bottles. So that's my skincare routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned some new things about skincare. And I'm going to bed. Good night.
I am impressed and still very sick. I didn't have such high expectations for Paris Hilton, and that's my fault for going in with that misconception of her. I don't know her personally, but she knows a lot about skincare, and she's obviously been around some amazing, influential skincare people. I think that knowledge is power, and that really shows in this. When it comes to her skincare line and the products that she's using, some I actually think I would recommend. They looked pretty good. The others, I would not touch with a flaming taco on a 10-foot jousting pole. If there's another routine that I need to react to, please post it in the comments below, and make sure that you that like button, and don't forget to whoosh that subscribe button if you enjoyed the skin science in this video. There's more reaction videos you can watch right here, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.